iOS features continue to surface as Apple plans more Mac integration. We got leaked specifications of Google's probable smartwatch, and the LG G3 seems to want to fight the smartphone display battle. I'm Jaime Rivera, and one of the coolest things about my country is that people here confuse Thursdays for Fridays. This is Pocketnow Daily. You know, I wish I had official news for you, but the rumors were kind of hotter, and especially Microsoft. The company apparently is starting to waive its licensing fees for Windows Phone 8.1. Apparently the company wants to strike big when it comes to getting more OEMs, and it's kind of logical, as obviously OEMs are now worried that Microsoft owns Nokia. We know that obviously the company is a software company and it wants to focus on that, but it's also a products company now, so let's see how that plays out for Microsoft, as they do need more OEMs. Up next, let's talk about LG. The company is probably going to do us a big favor with their LG G3, and the reason why is because we were worried about the Oppo Find 7 being the only smartphone that pushes the display bar at QHD, which would be, you know, almost 2K. Now, apparently the LG G3 is also being rumored to sport a 2K display. We just obviously don't know yet. We're still waiting for LG to make some sort of an announcement or teaser, as it's taken a while and we still don't get any detailed specs. And for those of you waiting for the Samsung Galaxy S5, and specifically those of you on T-Mobile, it seems that the company is planning some interesting strategy to sell this phone. Apparently they are going to try to sell it online exclusively 32 gigs, and then if you want the 16 gig model, you can get it at the store. And it's kind of interesting. We really don't know exactly why T-Mobile is planning this. We do know that the company is pushing big on their LTE services, and obviously the Galaxy S5 is going to play a big role there. We just don't understand the difference. We'll see. Now let's talk about iOS 8. We get more leaks and even screenshots of what to expect for the next operating system, and this is very interesting, as we get some leaks of a Healthbook, which we're trying to confirm if it's real because it looks a lot like the icon from Passbook, but we do know that iOS 8 wants to make a shift into health, which is great. But we also get leaks of the preview feature from the Mac OS X and also TextEdit, which is really interesting, as we really didn't understand why those were coming. But then we got more reports that apparently Apple wants to integrate the iOS iCloud experience from the Mac onto iOS, which is actually the way that I tried to pronounce that. But anyways, the interesting thing here is that Apple plans to bring more iCloud integration between the Mac and iOS, so let's see how that plays out. And finally, for the very interesting news of the day, we get the first leaked specifications of the Google smartwatch that's eventually coming. And the reason why this is interesting is because if you follow the links in the description, you'll notice that the specifications are pretty much a Gear 2. Exactly a Gear 2 in absolutely every single detail, even the 4 gigs of RAM for storage, which is really interesting. It seems that Google is probably a little, backburned because of the fact that Samsung decided to go with its own Tizen operating system and not choose Android, and we do know that Google's making some serious moves in the SDK, but that leads me to the question of the day. Are you looking forward for this future smartwatch, probably a Nexus smartwatch in the future? Because in my particular case, it'll depend on which company figures out something better than the Pebble, and that includes Samsung. But leave us a comment down below. What do you think? And friends, you know the drill. If you want to get the news earlier before this video is filmed, make sure you follow us on Pocketnow.com and subscribe to our YouTube channel as well. You can also follow me on Twitter, Jaime_Rivera. Please give this video a thumbs up if you like what you saw. I am Jaime Rivera. Thank you very much for watching. We will see you tomorrow.